Hey everyone, so my name's DJ and this is my court here in my yard. I'm in South Jersey and today I want to talk about the Eagles. Not the Eagles. I want to talk about the 76ers. So I've been in Jersey for about 3 years, right? I've been following basketball for a long time. Since I was a teenager, I've been watching basketball and following it. And now that I'm here in Jersey, I'm pretty close to Philadelphia, South Jersey I'm at. So most of the people around here, they root for the Philadelphia ball clubs. You know, like the Eagles and the Flyers and the 76ers. I'm a big basketball fan, so you know I'm watching the games, the 76ers. Oh my goodness, they remind me of the Knicks. You know, the Knicks was just so the Knicks of today are definitely a better team with Jalen Brunson. We'll talk about that another day. But the Knicks before Jalen Brunson was just a series of errors from decade to decade. They had some okay players, Allen Houston. They had Carmelo Anthony, Patrick Ewing, and none of those guys ever actually did anything. Never won any meaningful games for the Knicks. So let me start shooting close. I always hit the first shot. Always hit the first one. No, it's when I'm doing 3-pointers, I always miss the second one. Yeah, so that's 3 shots in a row. We're talking about the 76ers, right? And that team is so disappointing to watch. Oh my God. Joel Embiid, oh God. Guy's always injured. Yeah, he's a good player, but the guy's a good player for like a month or two, and then after that, he's done. He doesn't have any stamina. He's not built for a full basketball season, much less the playoffs. And I feel sorry for the guy because it's not his fault, really, right? Like me, I was born short. I mean, that's not my fault. I can't help that. So this guy's body just breaks down. He gets injured every so often. Can't rely on him. And if the guy was the second, third, or fourth best player in your team, it'll be okay. The guy's the best player on the team. That's a big problem for that team. So what was that? 5 straight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6. I know it. What is that? What was that shot? Was just terrible. Come on, man. It's like sometimes the ball just goes to the right. Obviously, it's not the ball's fault. Obviously, I'm the one that's shooting it, and I push it to the right too much instead of the center. So you gotta get it center. Got to get the right velocity, and you got to get the right arc to get the ball in. So it's different calculations. Like when you get closer, your brain calculates it differently, you know? That wasn't bad. Went all the way around, and I missed 1 shot. Not bad. I should hit all of them, but I'm human. I'm going to miss a shot, you know? So we got Tyrese Maxie, and all I hear about Tyrese Maxie is that he's young. That's all you hear. Oh, he's young, he's young, he's young. Oh my God. If I hear he's young again every single year he's young. First of all, Maxie's a grown man, okay? The guy didn't just got drafted last year, okay? He's been in the league. I think this is like his 3rd year or something like that. You know, after your first lay, you say you're young, man. After that, this is the NBA. You're getting paid millions. You need to get with the program. So Maxie has been disappointing, and all the fans do is they blame everybody else. First, they blame Ben Simmons, but in all reality, in all honesty, Ben Simmons was just a mess. Something is wrong with that guy. That guy just went off the rails. Like, I don't think we've seen someone like that in sports. Maybe we have, I just don't remember, but that guy's like an anomaly. I mean, wow. He just went from being an okay basketball player to just terrible, okay? And we can blame him for that season, right? We can blame him for that season. Next season, to bring in Harden in to play for them. And you know, Harden he's not the best. He's not like as good as he used to be. He used to be pretty good player. Very good 3-point shooter, good ball handler, passer, and all that. And you know, his teams have gone far in the playoffs. They just never gotten over the hump. And you know, you can't just always blame one player. You know, basketball is a team sport. If one person's doing their job, everybody got to do their job. You know what I'm saying? But now they traded for him. He's on the 76ers. He's playing decent. Yeah, he's not as good as he used to be, but he's playing decent. He's playing better than a lot of players in the league and a lot of players on the team. You know, so they rail against the guy in a regular season, even though he was playing decent, right? Guy got to the playoffs, and 76ers haven't been past the second round in forever, in ever. So the best player on the team is Joel Embiid. Then they have Maxie, who's been there before Harden, knows the system, knows everything. And Harden is in there. Harden is playing. He's playing decent in the playoffs. He actually won them. I think he won them 2 games, and he played good in another game. Like, you know, and in the games that he played really, really well, they won actually, but they ended up getting beat in the end. Everybody jumped on Harden now. Oh, he's trash and all of that. When you ask them, what did the other players on the team do? Nothing. Embiid, nothing. Injured. Nothing. What did the golden boy, the golden child, what's his name? I forgot his name. Maxie. What did the golden child Maxie do? Nothing. You know what they said? They said Harden was holding back Maxie. Even Maxie said Harden was very good to him and Harden teach him a lot of stuff and all that. But the fans, they're looking for a scapegoat like they do every single year. Oh, it's Harden's fault. That Maxie is not seeing his potential, and Maxie's not getting the ball enough. Oh, a bunch of stuff. Excuses. Losers always make up excuses for stuff. Okay. People who are not losers, they hold themselves accountable, and they hold people that they like accountable also. They don't look for some other reason why this person is not performing as they should. There's no reason why Maxie wasn't performing as he should. He just was not doing enough. Okay, Harden was the best player in that playoffs there, but they trashed Harden after. Trashed him. The radio announcers, the fans calling, they trashed him. When time come to re-sign with the team, Harden said he wants a trade. Well, who told him to say that? Now they trashed the guy again. Oh, he wasn't this, he never there, nah. But if you're playing for a team and you're giving your all, you help them win some big games in the playoffs, right? And then they trash you. Would you want to be with that city? Would you want to be back in that team? No. Nobody would want to be back in that team. Nobody would want to be in a situation like that where no matter what you do, the fans are trashing you. They don't like you. Anyone would have asked to be traded in that situation. Anyone. And but yeah, they trash him, they hate him. Even after he left, he got traded, they still talking about the guy. Months after, they still talking about him. They still the city of Philadelphia, I don't know if this is every city, right? Because I don't listen to the radio from every city. But they're so petty. I've never seen anything like that. The radio announcers, the fans, they petty. I mean, they put out, they were about to play Harden and the Clippers, and they put out something on the radio. They made some kind of ad on the radio, trashing Harden, calling him this. And I was sitting there like, I can't believe that the station would go that far to trash somebody that came and played for them. Yeah, in the end, he didn't want to play for y'all again, and there was good reason for that. Y'all was trashing him. Why would he want to play for you? It's like if one of those radio announcers, right, WIP, I'm talking about, if you were giving your all to that station, and you heard all the other announcers trashing you, saying you ain't good and you ain't this and that, and you're giving your all, and you're doing pretty good numbers, right? Would you want to still be at that station? No, you're not. You're going to want to leave because you don't feel welcome. And that's what was the problem with Harden and the 76ers. And he wanted to leave. Now, if they'd give him his props and say, you know what, he could have played better, but he did play good. He was one of the best players on the court for the thing. Harden probably would have stayed. I think he would have stayed. And then the general manager promised him, Harden said the general manager promised him a new contract, and then the general manager reneged and all of that, you know. And I believe Harden. I believe because Harden actually took a pay cut the season before because they wanted to bring in some other player. So why would Harden take a pay cut if he wasn't promised an increase the next season? He was. That's what I believe. And the general manager is lying and saying he didn't. And that was a big thing between, the general manager and I think the league investigated it and all that. I didn't hear whatever come out of it. But yeah, they didn't treat him right, and that's why he left. And when Harden was in Brooklyn, right? It's a bad situation. We got friggin' Kyrie talking about friggin' politics all the time instead of playing ball. Okay, Kevin Durant was injured. Like, who the hell wants to be on a team? The team was just trash. That Brooklyn team, trash. Your best player is injured, and Kevin Durant is a great player, you know. But he was injured, I think, both seasons he was there. And then Kyrie was just tearing the team up because he was just not thinking about basketball. He was just thinking about politics. So I wasn't mad at Harden when he said he wanted to be out of there, you know. So yeah, I mean, listen, Harden is a grown man. He's a millionaire. He can decide where he's comfortable and where he's not comfortable. So I ain't got no problem with James Harden. I think he had a good career, not a great career because he never won a championship, but he's still playing. I think he's still playing on a decent level. He's not as good as he used to be, but he's playing better than a lot of players in the NBA. And yeah, and he will go down as one of the more iconic players to ever play the game. You know, with that, I'm sure he didn't invent the step back 3-pointer, but he definitely popularized it. You know, he definitely has. When people think about a step back, the first person to think about is Harden. When people think about the half-point shots and all that, they think about Steph. When people think about those type of shots, they think about Steph. When people think about that step-back shot, they think about Harden. You know, that's never going to go away. He's going to be remembered for that basically forever, you know. But yeah, I just wish there wasn't so much pettiness. It's hard to listen to these radio announcers when these are grown men, but they behave like teenagers, you know. And the fans are calling in, grown men too. They behave like teenagers. And then the irony is, you're listening to the Philadelphia Radio 94.1 WIP, and they're trashing. Even today I was listening and they said they hate the Cowboys. And the guy said, oh, it's not really the Cowboys as an organization. We really hate the fans. They're so obnoxious. I'm like, hasn't this guy looked in the mirror? I mean, has he been under a rock? I've been in Jersey for 3 years, and I listened to the Philadelphia station for the past 3 years. And yeah, Philadelphia fans are very obnoxious. Very obnoxious. So I don't know how they call in, Dallas fans obnoxious when they're just as bad or worse. So it's like there's no self-awareness going on at all. It's kind of very annoying. I mean, I love sports, and I wanna listen to the radio. I want to get involved, but it's very hard because these guys are just, they're not serious, man. They're not serious. You know, they're rooting for their team, and I get that. But just be honest. Just be aware. You know, self-aware, and don't be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? It's just tough trying to be part of the culture over here, because it's just a lot of really childish stuff going on the radio with these announcers and the fans, you know. So I want to talk about the Eagles. I'll do that in the next video because I do like the Eagles, and I think this year is going to be a good year, you know. But it's the same thing. The same fans are from watch the 76ers. The same fans that watch the Eagles. The same stupid announcers on WIP. You know, it is what it is that I got to deal with. But the 76ers now, they got Paul George. So I'm thinking when they lose this year, I'm thinking when they lose this year in the second round again, they're gonna throw Paul George under the bus. They're gonna throw Paul George under the bus. I'm telling you, trust me, Paul George is going under the bus. He's already under the bus. They're just waiting for him to play one game, and once he mess up, they're gonna start trashing him. The good thing for Paul George, unlike Harden, Paul George got 4 years? So he's set. He's set for life. Because I think after this contract, Paul George is basically done. I mean, he's probably going to retire after this. Or he's probably going to be a journeyman getting $1 million a season or $3 million a season to play. You know, he's not going to have much in the tank after 4 years. He's not. He's already in 34. In 4 years, he's 38. Yeah, he's going to be done. But, so he got his money. So he can get trashed by the radio station or whatever. He's not really gonna care because he already got paid. Okay, but yeah, they're not gonna trash Embiid because they need Embiid. Okay, Embiid is their best player. They can only trash him to a point. Okay, if they really go in on him, he's gonna request a trade, and then they're gonna have nothing. Then they're gonna get zero. They're gonna end up to be the dumpster of the NBA. You know. So they kind of tiptoe around the edges with Embiid, you know. They call him out, but they pull back. Maxie, he's the darling, okay? He can't do no wrong, even though he hasn't done nothing, okay? Let's keep it real. He hasn't done nothing. Maxie is, let me be honest. Maxie's a decent player, okay? The guy's fast. He has a good shot, but he hasn't done nothing of any significance since he's been here in Philadelphia. Nothing. I've watched the games, you know, and yeah, you'll see him here and there. In the playoffs, he had one good game where he actually helped won the game. He had a pretty good game. But anybody can have a pretty good game once in a blue. You need somebody that's consistent. I'm telling you, in basketball, it's all about consistency. When you want to be a star, consistency. You see Michael Jordan, consistency. LeBron, consistent. Kobe, these guys, they were consistent. You know that when you're playing against these guys, it's not going to be easy to win. You know what I'm saying? Guys playing those guys, they be like, okay, we're playing LeBron tonight, we got to be on our A game. We're playing Joe, we got to be on, you know, you got to be on your A game because those guys are coming to win. Those guys are not coming to play. You understand? So when you talk about Embiid, you know, and we talk about Maxie, disappointing. That's the word that comes to mind. Maxie is disappointing because you want to see that fire in him, not for stretches. He's young. So you think this guy's going to be like freaking Jalen Brunson. You know, you think he's going to be like the guy from the Pacers. What's his name? Harlan Burton. You know, get out there, carry your team. But nope. He's not doing that. He's not carrying the team. No, he's not carrying the team. No time. They said it was Harden. Before Harden was there, he wasn't carrying the team. After Harden left, when Harden was there, he wasn't carrying. When Harden left, he's still not carrying the team. He's not doing nothing. He's just an average player. He's just average. You know, it's listen, I'm rooting for the guy, okay? Anybody could improve. And as far as I know, he says he does in the off season. He wants to improve himself every year, which is good. So maybe Maxie could turn into a good player. But I'm saying what he has done up to now has not been good. It just is not been good, you know. But I'm rooting for him. He's a young player. He's a nice guy. And, you know, I'm hoping he comes out this year and he's more assertive and he scores more points and he carries his team. And, you know, forget about Embiid. Embiid is on his last legs. That guy can't play a whole season. I'm sorry. So now they have Paul George. I remember Paul George when he was in Indiana. And LeBron, they were playing LeBron teams pretty good, right? And then it was close to the final play. LeBron left him standing and went and laid up on him. Won the game. I remember it like it was yesterday. So that's my vivid memory of Paul George. LeBron leaving him in the dust and beating his Pacers team. And ever since after that, Paul George has been, people saying he's a great defensive player. I'm like, when was he ever a great defensive player? I never remember that. Just like how they say Klay Thompson was a great I'm like, when was Klay different? I don't know what people, I think people are so, they get so embroidered in these players and they love them so much, they put them on some pedestal. No, these guys, who it was? I think it was Bruce Bowen. There was a couple of guys in the league that we knew that were good defensive players, okay? Michael Jordan actually played good defense. Kobe Bryant actually played decent defense. LeBron definitely plays good defense. Obviously, LeBron is not the same age he used to be. So you got to pick his spots. But LeBron plays better defense than guys 10 years younger than him, okay? I don't see anybody running down a guy and blocking the ball and saving games. I don't see nobody doing that, okay, besides LeBron. Very few people I see could run down the court, run somebody down and block the shot before he goes in. Yeah, the guys, yeah, so you got to give him his props. There's certain guys that you know play defense. There were some guys that actually were not offensive players, and they would play good defense. And these are the guys that you want in your team. So you need defense. Maxie is basically an offensive player, but when it really counts, fourth quarter, Maxie doesn't show up. Fourth quarter, Embiid doesn't show up. Fourth quarter, I mean, let's see what's going to happen with Paul George. I mean, the guy hasn't played a game yet. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully, they gel. Hopefully, things work out and they get to play. They get to play better. They get to do something because the team has just been in a rut. And look at the Knicks. The Knicks has been playing much better. Hopefully, the same thing happened with the 76ers and they get to play better and they get the monkey off their back, so to speak, of the team that's always the loser. You know what I'm saying? But the fans in Philadelphia are terrible. The radio announcers, terrible. Yeah, they're just no good. And I don't think that's going to ever change, I mean, even if your team is winning or losing, I think if your team is winning, you're going to be worse, right? You're going to be more obnoxious. So their team losing and they're obnoxious. So let's see. Like the Cowboys haven't won anything in forever. Yet still, the value of the team is the highest of any other team in the league. I was shocked when I heard that. Team hasn't won jack in like 100 years. Well, I'm obviously exaggerating, but they haven't won nothing in any recent memory. Yes, they're the highest valuable team in the league. I was like, whoa. The math is just not mathing. For some reason, they're just valuable like that. Then the owner, I don't know what he's doing with the money because he's not distributing it to the players. Anyway, that's for another story. But yeah, I just wanted to vent my frustration with watching the 76ers. It reminded me of watching the Knicks back in the day. It's just error after error after error, So let's see. Every year they got a scapegoat and we got a plane flying above. So I'm anticipating this year is going to be there's going to be Paul George is going to be under the bus, you know, and then I'm going to say get him out of here. Anyway, let me just end this video here. I'm going to take one more shot, one for the road, and then I'll wrap it up. Oh yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I can't jump like I used to. I can never really jump, to be honest. It's never much of a jumper. I was fast though, pretty fast. Pretty fast with a deadly jump shot. Used to, not as much. Anyway, my name's DJ. I will see you in the next video. And and if you want to come and play with me, I'm in South Jersey. Send me a DM, send me something in the comments, and we can set it up. We can come hang out and we can shoot a video like this, talk about basketball, talk about baseball, or any other sport. I like running, swimming. Oh my, I like all sports. So I'll see you in the next one.